now is Lieutenant General Thomas McInerney, a Fox News military analyst. You say that this could be a false flag operation, that it shouldn't be a foregone conclusion that this is the Russians. First of all, did I say it right? And do you agree with that? How come?
Well, you said it exactly right, Melissa, and here's why I agree. The fact is that because the intelligence agencies would not come up on Capitol Hill and testify in front of both the Senate and the House Intel committees, tells me something that they are holding back. In addition, I think that Mr. Trump has got a lot of sources with General Mattis, with General Flynn, and General Kelly from the Pentagon and inside the bureaucracy that are feeding information to them that are saying, do not believe this. This is a false flag operation. And so I think that Trump gets it and that the White House narrative is in the wrong direction.
Although, I mean, parsing the detail of who exactly is behind this seems to sort of take the focus away from maybe what is the greater problem, that there was, in fact, a hack, that information was leaked. I mean, it seems like that's made it become a political issue about the election as opposed to focusing on the issue, which is that we have some very serious places getting hacked.
That's spot on. You're exactly right. And why they are trying to do that is to point out that they haven't done a very good job of protecting our information. And if they really want to find out what's in Hillary Clinton's 20,000 plus emails that are missing, go to the NSA. They have all that information.
Right. I mean, everybody
all
says
this other information.
I mean, I hate to interrupt you, but everyone always says that. The NSA has everything, so why don't we just go get it from them? What's the answer to that?
Well, the answer is they do have it, and they don't want to. The administration publicly does not want to acknowledge that. The president doesn't want to acknowledge that because the president de facto approved Hillary's rogue server. Because, Melissa, well, the first email that went from Hillary to the White House Communications Agency, called WACA, immediately had to tell the Chief of Staff, Rahm Emanuel, that there was a rogue server on their line. NSA had to be tracking that. And they don't want this exposed. And that's why they keep putting out this false narrative that it was the Russians. Oh. They have a problem.
On that false narrative, let me ask you really quickly. This is what Julian Assange said to our own Sean Hannity. Let me get your reaction. Let's listen.
We can say, we have said repeatedly over the last 2 months that our source is not the Russian government and it is not a state party.
Your reaction to that?
I don't normally agree with Julian Assange, but in this particular case, I think he's correct.
Terror abroad?
And I think that you'll see that after.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see this after the 20th of January, 13 days from now, Melissa, when the facts start coming out what really happened and what's going on.
Okay, meanwhile, terror abroad, ISIS may be planning a chemical attack on the UK. This is according to Britain's security minister. What do you think of this one? Do you believe this?
I believe there's high potential, just as we saw in Istanbul, as ISIS becomes more, loses more territory and is being defeated in both Iraq and Syria, that they are going to reach out and broaden out and try to attack, as they did in Munich. They have these rogue warriors that they have out there, that we're going to see more and more of this. Whether they're able to do chemical weapons is another question, but I think they'll try. The greatest danger, of course, is nuclear terrorism.
General McInerney, thank you for joining us.